Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mars coming at you over the interwaves, and I'm here casting this very exciting game between this guy who has a name and this guy who also has a name. Yay! It's Barcode against Barcode. So yeah, luckily they're two different races, so I can at least tell them apart. Over on this side of Dusk Towers, we have the Protoss. And over here we have the Terran. I do actually know who this guy is because I got this replay off spawning pool, one of those two. A nice replay site if you feel like putting your replay somewhere. Or if you're looking for something to cast, that's not a bad place to get it. And this is EJK. This guy, not a clue. Anyway, we have fairly standard openings. We have over here for our Terran, we have, well, the first supply, then a barracks, and we have some gas. So we can get some Reaper scouting going on there. And over here we have a gateway and also a gas, but one drone in there, probe even. I suppose it can be considered quite odd because he's not walling this off. Protoss can, as he takes his first Nexus, get a bunch of adepts and just, shade them in here because there's nothing stopping them going up here. So in that respect, it's a bit odd. I'll be interested to see where the second supply depot will be built, and we are actually not getting any Reapers for scouting. That gas went straight into the factory, and we are still scouting around the Protoss base, seeing absolutely nothing. I was gonna say, so he's in a good position to know that there's not like 3 or 4 gateways down to mass adept and use this lack of a wall to get in. But no, in fact, they're nothing. And at this point, he could have put down some kind of tech. There could be a Twilight or a Stargate or a Robo. EJK going for his own command. So fairly standard here. What are we getting? Oh, okay, Cyclone. Good for early defense. Can be used to target down, say, a War Prism or an Oracle flying into the base. And he's getting a second one. Nope, wait, that's still the first one. The first one has just not been finished yet. Getting ahead of myself here. Second gas being taken. What have you got? Well, he is getting a second one. I should trust what I'm, what I'm saying, what random nonsense comes out of my mouth. We've got 23 versus 27 workers, but the Terran does have mules, so that sort of, equals out. And we've got the Protoss boosting both the cybernetics core. No, that just switched to the Robo facility. And the Stalkers, just in case his Terran opponent decides to do an early, Marine push. Mag Field Accelerator. Well, that is such a rare one that I actually have to look up what that still means. Oh, that still means the extra 400 damage. Okay. Oh, 14 seconds to grow. No, wait. What does it do now? No. So, wait. Anyways, one Cyclone per base and then an extra one just for fun. And yeah, it's a fairly quiet opening on both sides. No great aggression going on. And a second factory? EJK, are you going mech? Because that would be pretty cool. Anyway, Protoss gets his scouting in, whereas the Terran is still completely clueless and about to lose a Cyclone. If you're lucky, you will take something out. Nope. I think that didn't even... Nope. Exactly all of the shields were taken out and nothing else there. So he does know that his opponent is moving out, so he's putting a couple of bunkers to be crewed by what few Marines he does have. Nice catch there. I don't know if he knew that was there or if he just assumed. And yeah, we've got Stalkers being ferried to the high ground because there's no blink yet. Nope, no there is not. And can that Cyclone take out the War Prism? No, he cannot. So nice hold there by the Terran. Right. And Hellions. I'm definitely not up on my, mech versus Protoss game. I can't tell you what the preferred, army comp is. Really have no clue. Alright, putting up missile turrets here and there to make sure that there's no warpins in the middle of the mineral lines, as the third base is finishing up for the Protoss. Use that pressure effectively. Expand it at the back. Of course, there is a third command center for EJK, but no. Lots of Stalkers. Lots and lots of Stalkers. There is the first Immortal, not being followed by a second one. And another factory. Yep. Definitely going mech. I'm not the best analytical caster at the best of times, but this has got me kind of stumped. So, still hasn't moved out his third command center yet. Has, saturated both of his primary bases. And there he goes. Right. So we've got him guarding the axis here. Maybe you want to put a pylon here or something. Where was that? Scan. Oh. Just to make sure there weren't any observers there, I suppose. As he sends a little buggy to scout. And that buggy is going to get horribly murdered. Did he see something? Nope. Didn't see a thing. This War Prism staying there quite patiently for his opponent to move out, and this I can tell you from my Zerg days is the way to actually deal with a meching Terran. You wait for him to leave his base and you drop in the base. War Prism, Overlords. Ooh, fourth base being taken. As the observer moves in again, maybe he'll actually get to keep this one. Wait for that giant slow-moving army to move out and then just, wreck his base. That's how you deal with meching Terrans. And yeah, the Protoss seems to want to really keep an eye on this area right here. That's a lot of observers there. In the meantime, we've got Liberator Range, or Advanced Ballistic, what the official title is, and the first weapons upgrade going on, and the first weapons upgrade going on for the Protoss as well. Slightly fanning out of the Marines, and I think this one will probably find that fourth base. And there goes another observer. Well, it seems that I didn't need to tell EJK of how to kill a meching Terran. He knows. And how do you drop in the base as a Protoss? Well, with a War Prism. So just put missile turrets all around there, and that is not going to happen. So that fourth base has been scouted, and he moves that quite significant army out there to take care of it. Moving in here first, making sure there's going to be no reinforcements right here, and the space is already there, so there's not going to be a cancellation. And how many lock-ons that is, I'm not entirely sure, but that certainly took out that base quite rapidly. Ooh, and a storm catching a little bit of that army there. Oh, blinking forward into the range of several refreshed cyclones with lock-on abilities. Takes out quite a bit of the army there. How much supply does a cyclone even take? I don't know if that value is inflated in any way. There's no tank here whatsoever. Okay. Keeping that one cyclone there, and here thing there for any drops, and making a 4th and 5th command center. Going by with the SCVs to repair all those damaged cyclones and other things, and now he's ready to move out again at 180 supply, so he can still continue making 2 cyclones at a time and a liberators as he sets out to move to cancel that base again. Something that just died here, and I did not know what it was because I was not paying attention. Another storm, not really getting much of anything, and again just clipping the edge of there and then moving his own units through there. I guess he damages his own units as much as he does his opponents with that, but yeah, it just doesn't get that juicy storm there in the middle. These observers no longer over here in the corner. I guess that's what happened over here as well, and are now actually spread out and can just see where the army of the Terran moves. Second attack coming in for Protoss, whereas second armor platings coming in for the Terran. And ground armor as well. Liberation zone set up in defense, and yeah, Hellions versus Immortals. I would not put money on the Hellions. 2 of them do get away. Yep, just about. And they're not getting chased, so EJK does move out another Liberator to see if he can get some cheeky probe scouts, as there is an engagement over here. And that automatic lock-on does quite a bit of damage. It just keeps firing as you move back out. You move your own units out of range, and it just keeps firing. It really is a very nice unit. It was tremendously overpowered in the beta, but it seems to have, not. It doesn't get masked the way it used to, or as it's being done now, I suppose. That's Liberator did not get a lot done. No. What's one proxy pylon? That's true, proxy pylon. That was a bit nicer storm, but only really getting one thing, damaging a little bit more though. And yeah, as the Protoss, I'm not sure I'd know how to deal with that. There goes another observer. No, he's certainly pumping out enough Immortals now. Fleet beacon. Is that just for Liberators, or I suppose carriers really mess with the targeting of this thing. And is he going to get the storm off? Nope, he does not. Yeah. But a flank being set up by the Protoss. No, Liberation Zone say nope, no you don't. And that 4th base goes down once again, and the Liberation Zones zone out that army. Yeah. Nice attack right there. At this point, as the Protoss, I'd be wondering what exactly I need to be doing in order to deal with this. Well, those quite a bit of storms being done there, but that's not great storms. And now all of his stalkers are down, just having Immortals left. That's a lot of Immortals. It's 11 Immortals right there. And what would you do if he's got more Liberators here? Then you're just not going to do anything. Well, we're picking in a couple more Stalkers, and we've got Ghosts coming in for the other side, and a Banshee. Interesting. But at this point, if the Immortals just move in, they can do a lot of damage, but these the Liberators also do quite a bit of damage themselves, and this splash damage on that Planetary Fortress, I don't know if that's doing a lot. I think so, and GG. Nicely played. And interesting. Mech versus Protoss. Sure, why not? If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.